Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to. And the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa. So, as you know, Kamala Harris did not win the election.
That's a smug liberal political analyst left speechless after her condescending prediction about the presidential election didn't pan out the way she thought it would. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like we just found the personification of what's wrong with the modern liberal mindset. I mean, this lady is the stereotypical Harris voter, and if you've ever wondered what kind of people watch the political propaganda discussed on this channel, look no further than Dr. Arlene Unfiltered, who's apparently your leading source on all things politics, government, and elections.
We're closing in on almost 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I've been tracking everything that's been going on across the country today. And my most important encounter was when I went out to get my champagne. I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him, did he vote? And he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. And he asked me, why I was getting the champagne, and I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face, and I said, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard. Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to, and the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa. And he said, oh, but the numbers are so close. I said, I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now, the numbers are there. She's taking this election. And then I said to him, you realize, and he didn't tell me who he voted for, but of course I knew. And I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right? And I didn't care. And I walked out with my bottle of champagne and happily walked home. Bye-bye.
This woman perfectly highlights what's wrong with liberals and their obsession with worshiping experts and constantly appealing to authority as if it's infallible. I mean, not only was she condescending and passive-aggressive with a seemingly polite stranger, but she was so deluded and overconfident that she thought the story made her look good. It's clear that she'd consumed so much state-run propaganda that she genuinely believed Harris would win in a landslide, which to her later dismay clearly wasn't the case.
As the numbers stand right now, there were 18 million fewer votes than in 2020. And as I have said all along, you have to have a huge, huge turnout, and it goes to the Dems. And we didn't have it. There is one fundamental thing that you cannot account for when you're using data to predict or project the outcome of an election, is you can't factor in the impact of racism or the existence of racism and misogyny.
That's the spirit, Arlene. Learn absolutely nothing from this election. Just keep name-calling and doubling down on your incorrect assumptions. I mean, I'm sure Arlene is used to trotting out ridiculous excuses like that whenever one of her forecasts or predictions are wrong, which, given the success rate of most political analysts, I'd say is about 50%, but this really just highlights the problem with experts like her, particularly in the soft sciences. It's been well documented that the majority of experts are susceptible to things like confirmation bias, groupthink, cognitive dissonance, and tunnel vision related to their over-specialization. And on the off chance that they can overcome all of that and are actually knowledgeable, they assume that that means they're smart in other areas of life as well. When in reality, the only thing useful about experts like Arlene is to serve as a source of entertainment for the rest of us. But let me know what you think. Was Arlene correct in her post-election analysis? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!